Hey guys, how's it going? It's the Crypto Analyst here. I hope all of you guys are having a good morning, evening, wherever you guys are from, and welcome to our weekly recap. Now today, of course, we're going to be talking about the price action of Bitcoin and what it's been doing recently. We're going to be talking about some news, some fundamental analysis, and of course, some technical analysis, talking about what Bitcoin's been doing, what it's currently doing, and where we believe it's going to go from here. So if you guys are interested, go and stick around for the video, and do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button, as it does help out the channel a lot. But that being said, let's go ahead and jump on into this because there's a lot to cover, right? We've had a lot of movement in Bitcoin, but if you guys have been following me at all, we've been talking about this giant line of resistance holding us in a bear market. Now, there's a couple things I said that we needed to have a full-on market reversal, and one of the big things was breaking this huge line of resistance that we have up here. Now, we see several touch points, and at each and every touch point, we see Bitcoin drop, several $1,000s for each touch point that it actually hits this line of resistance. And now what we saw here is we did something a little bit different. Now, I personally thought we were going to hit this and go a little bit lower and then maybe bounce off of this support line. However, it looks like we're taking a turn for the upside, and now we have officially broken out and held on this line. And what we're doing now is we're seeing some nice action from Bitcoin. So what you're seeing is you're having it break out with high levels of volume and nice momentum, which is two of the other things I said that Bitcoin needed to do if it wanted a market reversal. So now that you are over and above this huge line of resistance that we've had for the past 7 months, you have Bitcoin breaking out and potentially keeping itself in a bull market. So right now I'm pretty bullish on a lot of these cryptocurrencies. There's not too much, there's not really too much of a reason to be bearish at this point anymore. You're having nice consolidation. You're coming back to very fine retracement levels. And if we look at this, we're using these common levels of retracement as support for Bitcoin. Of course, if we're going off our previous high here, we have our 50% retracement level, which is what we're hitting right now. And then if we're going off our previous run that we just hit right now, the last run, then we're using our 236 as our retracement level. So it's kind of unique how both of these are so close together here, but they're both being used as support. Of course, you're looking at these two, seeing that these are support, and then you have your 50-day EMA also being used as support. And it looked for a second like Bitcoin was going to fall back into this upwards channel, but immediately it said no, got a lot of volume, a lot of momentum, and pushed itself right back out of it. So hopefully what we can do here is see that this previous line of resistance that we had down here get used as support and keep us on an upwards trend up here, and hopefully see some higher highs pretty soon, and eventually go back up here and test this previous high that we had around $10,000. So that would be really cool. Another thing to look for up here is you have massive levels of resistance from 11,600 all the way up to 11,800, 900. So that's where major resistance is going to be if you can break $10,000. Now, that's a big if, but just keep that in mind that there is a mad amount of resistance up there. So if we go ahead and look over here, of course, a little bit more at the past, we knew that this whole breakout was going to happen from this ascending triangle that we had been talking about on Bitcoin. Now, this setup is perfect. I mean, you had so many touch points in here signifying that this was going to be, a great run for Bitcoin. Now, we went beyond the measured move, obviously, but if we go ahead and look at our RSI and our MACD, these were also indicators that were showing us that it was going to break out here. I mean, you had triple bullish divergence signifying, very well respected bullish divergence on your MACD, saying that you were getting ready for something big, right? And so what you have now, if we're looking at the current stance of Bitcoin, of what we're going to move forward with, it is a little bit bearish, and that's just based upon our indicators and what we've been looking at here. So what you have is you have your previous high up here being significantly high on the MACD, and then what you have now is you have lower levels of positive momentum coming into your market. Now, not generally what you want to see. You don't want to see lower levels of positive momentum, but what you have here is you also have lower levels of higher levels of negative momentum on your MACD. Now, if we move over to our RSI, we're seeing pretty much the same thing that we're seeing on our MACD, right? We're seeing lower levels of positive momentum coming into the market, which is not generally something that you want to see. I will say, if you're looking for bullish divergence, we had been seeing that on our RSI, which stands for our Relative Strength Index, showing us that we are having consecutive higher lows. Now, of course, we have our first, second, and third right here. So if what we can get down here is a higher low than we'd previously seen, you would have quadruple bullish divergence on your RSI, signifying that you're getting lower levels of negative momentum. Now, that's, of course, very good to see. If now, eventually, you're going to break this, and you're going to drop down probably below one of these, because you can never continually go up and up and up. But for the moment being, as long as you land yourself a higher low than what you previously have over here, then you are going to be looking like you're pretty good. Now, if we go over to our candlesticks, we're starting to see a lot of bullish momentum. Bitcoin is rejecting itself from coming down over here at all. You're using your 50-day EMA as support. You're using your 236 retracement as support, and then you're using your even bigger 50% retracement level as support. So Bitcoin's saying that it does not want anything, it doesn't want to go down at all. Of course, you're going to be using this huge line of resistance that we've been seeing this entire time over here. You're going to start using this as support if you drop below that. So if we go ahead and we take a look even closer on Bitcoin and what's happening, if you decide to drop all the way back down here to around 7,500, you will be using this as a significant support level now, because you have broke above it. What was previously resistance is going to start getting used as support. Now, a lot of people have been talking about, why is this bull market coming now? Why is it just kind of coming out of thin air? And so if you guys have been following me again, and where I've been uploading on Hyped on Crypto, which I will continue to upload on there, by the way, if you guys want to see more of my content, I had been talking about how a lot of things have been happening in the news. Of course, probably the most significant thing is the G20 coming out about cryptocurrencies and becoming even more bullish and saying that, they're not looking to regulate cryptocurrencies anymore. They're not looking to block them or ban them or anything along those lines. In fact, they're pretty content with the way that they are right now, and they're just going to leave them. And so what you have is you have the G20 that's bullish on cryptocurrencies. If you guys don't know who the G20 or anything about that, I have a video explaining all that both on my channel and on Hyped on Crypto. The most recent one being on Hyped on Crypto, but essentially it's pretty much all of the leading countries in the world. And what you had is you had even countries that weren't involved in the G20, you had them following their footsteps. Malaysia being a pretty significant one, Germany, Amsterdam, and now you have Iran even creating a cryptocurrency of their own, joining that bandwagon, because they're not the first ones to do that. But of course, you have the whole ETF situation with one of the largest ETFs in Europe looking to join the cryptocurrency world, and then there's a whole lot of other stuff going on with ETFs right now, which I'm sure you guys know because everyone's been talking about it. But there's been so much news coming out saying that things were going great for cryptocurrency, and of course what you have is that news affecting this price action of BTC, and you have the news correlating perfectly with this ascending triangle. And although it did go above and beyond our measured move, it definitely is not a bad thing, because no one ever complains really when the price goes up, unless you're heavy shorting. But the market's looking pretty good right now. It's looking healthy. I mean, you're showing yourself that you do not want to show any signs of bearish momentum coming in here. Whatever signs that you did have up here of wanting to retrace, you are saying that there is just so much bullish momentum in this market right now that you just do not want to go down. I mean, you're a 236 retracement from an extremely heavy, from a over $2,000 run. So that's not bad at all. So again, Bitcoin's looking pretty bullish. That's pretty much it for the TA side of things. But I'm glad we got to talk about some TA and how that correlates to news, because so many people skip over the news and just use the TA, and then you have some people who only look at the news, and then vice versa. And so hopefully you guys were able to see the correlations here and how the two relate. But if you guys did enjoy the video, do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button, as it does help out this channel a lot. But if you guys want more content like this, or have even suggestions, you do not feel discouraged to leave any of those in the comment section below. I'm very active, but of course you guys can follow me on Twitter. That will be in the link in the description as well. But thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you guys did enjoy, hit the like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time.